Hello.
Hello.
My name's Kaylin.
My name's Kaylin. And today, on the barrel.
What if both our names was Kaylin? Were Kaylin. Both our names were Kaylin.
Ardnamurchan. Single malt Scotch whiskey. ADK915 something. We'll get to it.
Are you sure that's how you say it?
AD/09:15 CK.578 is this one.
Stop jingling.
Oh. Do you want it? A little bracelet?
You think this'll fit my hand?
Who's laughing now? This, I believe, is a single barrel product, a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. And tell me that that's not the prettiest bottle you've ever seen.
Okay, well, that's not fair. You know that this is one of my favorite colors. It is very beautiful. I'm a sucker for anything with like a dark green blue and then a copper thingy. Sold. Give me 5 of them.
Obviously, you can't see the liquid through here, but look what they did on the sides. A little bit of a...
Peeky.
What do you call that?
Side boob.
That thing, so you can measure how much is in there. No, you can't measure. I'm talking about like a scientific instrument that you measure.
There was side boob. You could measure what's in there.
That's not it.
While you're talking.
I might need the bottle. Oh.
Okay, we'll just do a little mixing.
So one cool thing about Ardnamurchan, other than
I cannot take you seriously when you say that. That's right. That's correct. Let me just see it again.
Give it a shot.
What about Ardnamurchan?
No. Merchants are owners of stores and they sell products. Distilled and bottled by the Ardnamurchan Distillery. Product of Scotland, imported by Impex Beverages. Oh, cripe. It's fine. It's fine. I just got a little bit out of my sleeve, so I'll just... That was terrible.
Oh my god!
We'll get back to it.
Cut!
So Ardnamurchan, this is a peated first fill American oak ex-bourbon barrel.
Shocking.
It doesn't say single barrel or single cask on here, but I think this is a single barrel. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ardnamurchan people. What do we got there?
Is that a lizard?
I don't know, I can't see it.
Or like a barley in a stave?
Oh, it does kind of look like a lizard. You know, this is one of those bottles that I know all of the information for.
Okay. Well, on that note.
No age statement on here, but it does say unchill filtered, no color added. So, au naturel, and then a bunch of numbers and stuff. I think they have since maybe changed the way that they're doing these releases to have them be a little more understandable. But that brings me to my next point. One awesome thing about Ardnamurchan is that they've got QR codes on all of their bottles. You can go ahead, just give it a little...
I think we've learned enough.
Give it a little... We're just gonna go ahead and give it a little...
Is that your first QR code?
And then it will tell you everything about your specific bottle. So this was bottled by Lewis Hamilton.
Oh,
thanks, Lewis. Thanks for bottling this for us. And it was bottled on October 26th of 2022. What were you doing that day?
Sorry, I just had a yawn. 2 years ago, October. I don't know.
Wow. But they will give you all of information down to the barley used, the mashing that was done on this particular batch, the fermentation, the distillation, maturation, everything you could possibly want to know about what's in this bottle, which is so cool. I love that. Transparency, literally. transparent. Actually, it's kind of ironic because this bottle is not at all transparent.
Like a black fly in your Chardonnay.
In this funny way, I'm better time to tell my dog riding down the and it's just a funny, funny way.
It smells like Band-Aids. Like a big old box of the OG Band-Aids, the brown ones.
Okay. It's not like peated like Lafroig sometimes or it's not a heavy like rubber Band-Aid peated smell. It's like slightly in there for me.
Well, as somebody who doesn't sniff scotches on the regular, oddly enough, even being on this show,
all right,
I feel like you're down here just sniffing scotches every night.
I do that sometimes, actually. You just pull the cork
Do you
off
just
and
like
smell
pass
stuff.
by here going?
Yeah, every once in a while, and I'm just like, oh, I forgot what this smells like. I gotta remind myself. You know, it keeps the wheels going.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little.
I definitely don't think it smells as heavy or strong as a Lafroig or like an Octomore or whatever.
No, in fact, very lightly peated. I'd say it's a hint of peat, if anything, and it's sweet. It smells a little young. But it's I get like floral and honeysuckle. That's what I would say. You don't get any like sweetness on there? I get maybe like some, what is it? Like a tangerine? No, not a tangerine. I was false. What am I looking for? Like a white,
I feel like
like
it's
a
more,
light stone fruit of some sort.
I was about to say, I feel like it's more figgy than it is like...
Fig.
Like one of the yellow raisins. Not a red raisin, like a yellow raisin.
Wow, it's been a long time since I've had
white raisins.
any
I
of
guess I
those.
don't know if they're called white or yellow, but they're like the yellowy white color.
Are those
Which I think it's just white grapes.
I was just about to say, are those just green grapes? But apparently they're called white grapes, even though they're green. What? They're white grapes? That's what they're called? What are we doing? What are we doing calling those white grapes? They're green. Look at them.
Maybe there are only two colors allowed to be picked there in the grape world.
I'll
and
talk
it's
to
red
the
or
manager.
white, and they're clearly not red, so then they have to be white. All right, cheers.
Huh. Well, let's taste this.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's pleasantly delightful. I have not been turning out to be much of a Scotch gal. I've had a lot of appreciation for the Scotches you've had me try, but I really, this one was surprising.
It's just a delicate little dance.
Yeah, it's really, okay.
But it is. It's very delicate. It's very balanced as well. It's sweet, floral, honey right at the beginning, and then like just a nice little ember has flown by your face, you know. That is...
I even still get the white raisins or the green raisins or whatever we're calling them on the taste a little bit too. Still a little bit Band-Aid.
I don't really get that
One
anymore.
might call that peaty and one might call it Band-Aid, but a little bit of that is Band-Aid.
But
It's
not
like a
a-
liquid that's soaking a bunch of, of the white raisins, and then there's just like a Band-Aid sticking in it. Just like one. Or at least it was dunked.
Just imagine getting a box of raisins
Just a
and you open it up and you pour it out in your hand and it's just like, oh, there's just a Band-Aid.
No, but it's like
There's just one, it's fine.
It's like white raisin Band-Aid tea. But it tastes better than that. It tastes better than
Yes, it does.
Sometimes you can't paint a perfect picture.
No, especially if you don't have a paintbrush or any paint. Or a canvas. Man,
It
that's
still is not high on my list of favorites, but in terms of scotches that I've tried, I like it. I think it's a little more of an approachable one.
yeah, this is a different party that you're at if you're, coming from a bourbon, but a nice one. I feel like you might be going from like a backyard barbecue, all of a sudden you walk into
With like a potluck, pulled pork, comfortable,
Yeah,
buffet.
absolutely. But then you maybe walk to the house next door.
It's a more intimate dinner. It's sit down.
Maybe there's some jazz on,
Yeah, and there's less people, so you like have to talk a little bit more, and people are looking at you.
Yeah, like I said, just delicate. You got to pay a little bit more attention to it, if you know what I mean. But man, sweet, floral, honeyed, and just a nice peat smoke that wraps around those flavors.
Yeah, and Dustin loves and appreciates the QR code, so...
All that information, I could sit there for hours and just...
Where does one go about finding a bottle like this?
I found this at just a local...
Did you drive?
I found this at a local store. At a store in the St. Paul called Dabbler Depot. Great little spot. They've got like a coffee shop and donuts, I think, maybe even. And just
donuts.
really good selection of stuff. I also picked up the that Cask Strength.
Another pretty bottle.
Malt. Yeah, they're really pretty. Which we'll get to. We'll get to that one day. I haven't even opened that baby yet.
Yeah,
so.
It's got a little dust on it. Oh. No, we're not singing that again. It's good. If you're passing by one of these and you like Scotch even a little bit, I think go for it. Wait, how much is it?
I want to say it was $120, $130. So it's not cheap. It's not a cheap bottle.
Okay.
But it is one of their like special offerings. I know you can get their sort of like standard single malt, I want to say is around the like $60, $70 mark. So
I mean, yeah, that's a little pricey,
Sure.
especially if you're not as into Scotch, but
yeah,
tasty and beautiful.
there we go.
Thank you for sharing it with me.
You're welcome. Anytime, literally anytime you can.
Thank you for sharing it with us.
Yeah, let us know if you've had any Ardnamurchans and which specific ones you've loved or not loved.
And if you pronounce it differently.
And also, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna be on this website again with a different bottle. So
Tune in next time, or soon, when maybe we'll do something that our Patreons voted on. Patrons voted on Patreon. They couldn't make it easier to say.
no. Tune in next time
I already did that.
to... You did?
Yeah, tune in next time when we do one that our patrons did. That's what I
Oh,
literally
you're
said.
just giving them a little cliffhanger.
Okay, you go ahead and do
I
a different
see.
one.
You're
You
just
do a
giving
different
them a
tune in
little
next time.
cliffhanger.
No, let's just hear what you got to say. Let's hear what you have to say.
Tune in next time.